better hide this. I've actually I've been off the chocolate quite a lot in the last month and a half. I haven't had much at all. I've actually lost a little bit of weight, because that's what my plan is, lose a bit of weight. And my health, of course, you've got to think of my health. Anyway, I thought I'd just come on and do a little video, because I haven't done one for a couple of weeks or more now. Last time I did one, I was over the field, around the farmer's field. I gave you the latest update then. I can't remember now what I said. And then I flew my drone, and so anyway, it's what time is it now? It's about 10 to 11 on Wednesday night on the 26th of June 2019. So anyway, I thought I'd give you all a bit of an update as to what's been going on, and the reason why I haven't actually done a hell of a lot of videos lately, apart from of course Raven Girls, because I'm always busy doing Raven Girl videos or sorting out social media or whatever. So yeah, basically what it is, as you all know, we've got the house up for sale. Been busy at it, getting everything all sorted, you know. We pretty much all just ready to go, you know, basically. We've done what we can now, we're just waiting on the person to come along and buy the house. Now there is a good chance now we might be extremely close to the sale. To be brief, over the last just over a month, we have had about 11 or 12 different viewings from people who have been interested in our house. It's been crazy, and that is actually not over the month and a bit, because during that time we actually, well, what we shouldn't have done, but we did, we put us on sold subject to contract, which meant we wasn't there up for sale on Rightmove, for instance, for 2 weeks, because what happened was, we had a phone call from someone at the estate agent saying that, I don't know what her name was now, but she said that oh, this couple that's been to see your house, they really want it that bad. They live in this part of the town and they've got this house, and she says, can you possibly put yourself sold subject to contract, like not for sale, for 2 weeks while they sell theirs, because I can guarantee you they're going to sell their house, blah blah blah, and if they don't, I'll eat my hat. Well, I hope she ate her hat, because they never sold their house, they still have not sold their house, and it was a mistake us doing that, because while we're doing that, of course, you're stopping people coming to have a look. So all these viewings really are over about a 3-week period, really, more than a month and a bit that we have had. Anyway, so we're back for sale, obviously. As soon as we're back for sale, we've had a couple come yesterday all the way from Devon up to here in the Midlands, interested. We've had an offer from a couple that's already been before. They've made an offer. We're holding back on our answer to that offer yet, because today we had a lady and a friend come today for the second time, and basically they have come to the conclusion it's either they're buying ours or they're buying this other park home, because these are park homes, in another area that's not that far away. I don't want to go into personal details of why they've got these decisions. It's a personal thing, I can't tell you that on camera, but there's a good reason why they're torn between the two. But there's a very good chance, I would say, that they might actually go for ours, and we're going to find out their decision Friday. I think this Friday morning, I think they're going to be contacting us to say they want to buy us or not. And the good thing is, this person has actually got the cash. because when you buy a park home, it's cash payment. You don't have a mortgage. So and she's actually got the cash right now to buy us. So now whether it's her or anybody else that wants to buy us, it's reasonably quick. You have to fill out forms. The forms have to go to the site, the landowner who runs the site, and he has to just sign the forms, send them back, and then money changes hands and we're out of here. Now I think the period of time it takes, well, he's got a maximum of 3 weeks, I think it is, or 4 weeks, I can't remember, 3 or 4 weeks he's got to send that back to us or the estate agent, if he approves, which he's got to approve, because there's nothing to say any reason why she shouldn't be allowed to move on here. But it all takes a bit of time, that does. But so anyway, so hopefully this Friday we'll have some really, really good news, hopefully, fingers crossed. If we don't, we have got someone else has offered us the amount we would accept. However, they're still waiting to sell their house, and that's like the one we've had before, who's also offered us what we want, and they're waiting to sell their house. That's the only trouble with these bloody things. You have to wait for people to get the cash. But I say, today's viewing, the second time she's been here, or they've been here, and she's got the cash ready now. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And as you all probably know by now, as soon as we have got that cash, 2 or 3 days after, we'll be out of here. And well, for a start, we'll be going to stay somewhere while we deal with the purchasing of the motorhome, and items that we want for the motorhome, and then that'll be the ultimate move, would be from where we're just temporarily renting, which won't take long, about a week or 2, and we'll be moved full-time into the motorhome. So now, as for the motorhome, I had someone leave a comment recently on my I think it's my last video, and it's a fair comment, you know, and he was talking about the limitations with licenses here in the UK and across Europe, actually, regarding the 3.5 ton limitation on my license in particular. Because basically, if you passed your car test, I think it's before January 1997, I think it is. If you did, then today you could drive up to 7.5 ton vehicle. Or if you're like me, and have to be awkward and be a very late starter in driving, I passed my test in 1999, and because of that, I can only drive up to 3.5 ton. Now, I can't remember your name, I'm sorry about that, I forgot. I need to have another look. Totally unprepared. But yes, you mentioned about how you think I should go for my category C1 license. I have actually answered you already, but for the purpose of the people watching this video now, I thought I'd just explain a few things. Now, this my person who commented, who was making some, you know, fair points, like suggested that maybe we should try to get the C1 category added by passing the further test and theory tests and all this rubbish, because he thinks that we cannot live on the road in a 3.5 ton, because basically he thinks that we'll go over that limit with the weight of us, and not just with the weight of us, of course, I'm not that big, but not just us, Raven Girl when she does stay with us, and everything else that's on board. And I think one of the things you have to remember is, with us in particular, we downsized from a normal house many years ago, and when we did, we got rid of a hell of a lot of stuff. A hell of a lot of stuff. And when you're talking a 4-bedroomed decent sized house down to a very small park home. Well, it seems that way when you move from a house, you know. We got rid of most of our junk, because it was junk, basically. What you think is worthwhile when it ain't, is junk, believe me. So and all this time we've just basically not bothered to buy much else, really. You know, you just only what you need, which is how it should be, really, instead of junk. And when we move from here, we're not going to take the settees with us, we're not taking the beds with us, we're not taking wardrobes with us, furniture, anything like that. And a lot of the things, like for instance, say for instance my computer system, that's going to Raven Girl. I'll be replacing all this with a laptop and some odd little bits and bobs, but nothing weighty. Janet, Mrs. MFA, she's having a Chromebook or maybe a laptop. I'm not quite sure what she's going to do yet, but yeah, a lot of things we have is going to be replaced by small items, lightweight things. It's amazing when you really do some working out with all this and some digging. You can find that you can actually save a ton of weight on buying just totally different things to what you normally would consider. It's surprising, and I have no doubt that we'll be perfectly fine with a 3.5 ton. Absolutely perfectly fine. The vehicle we're looking at, I think it's about the unladen weight is just under 3 ton, so it's just over 500 kilograms in weight that we'll be able to carry, you see. So, and I know that don't sound a lot, but believe me, we'll be all right. We'll be all right, and that's counting water and fuel and everything else. I promise we'll be alright. So there's no worries about that. But it was a fair enough comment, because I say you can go for a C1 category and have bigger vehicles, but I don't want anything bigger. I just don't want anything bigger. If I had the category C1 on my licence, I still would not want to go bigger than 3.5 ton. I just don't. Many reasons for that, good reasons for that. To be honest, if it wasn't for the fact that we're going to be having Raven Girl with us once every couple of weeks to stay with us, then, and it was just me and Mrs. MFA, we would actually probably end up with an even smaller vehicle, because smaller is better in a certain degree, you know. Easier to get about, easier to park, it's many more places you can go to. That's why we certainly don't look for bigger. Bigger is not always better, but if you can manage with 3.5 ton, I think it's no problem at all, perfectly fine. So we'll see. I mean, if later on down the line I find that it's not good enough for any strange reason, yeah, probably do what this viewer has suggested. So but you know, go for a category C1 license, but I really don't want to do that. I don't want to give the government any more of my money. I think it's a totally unfair system, a bit of a joke, really, especially considering that well, what it's basically saying is that somebody who's passed their test a couple of years before me, according to them, must be perfectly safe and able to drive over 3.5 ton, and I cannot possibly be good enough. Well, that don't make any sense to me at all. That's absolutely ridiculous. If you make up a rule where you can't drive over 3.5 ton without a particular license, then all these other people should not have that ability without having to do the same as what I do, or just not have the rule at all. It's ridiculous. And also another thing is that it's like I've put in my response back on that comment, that many years ago I used to work for a parcel company, and I actually was the shunter. I used to actually go in the yard and I used to pull the huge lorries off the docks, park them up and bring on the next one to be loaded, and I was in charge of that, and I didn't even have a HGV. And no, I didn't go onto the actual streets because that would be illegal. No, I didn't do that, but we had a huge yard and I actually was given the job because I was damn good at it. And yet, with how it is today with the law, no, apparently I'm not good enough to drive over 3.5 ton, really. Okay, consider I think I drove a 12 ton, 18 ton regular, but there you go. The law is an ass. But yeah, like I say, I'm not bothered. I don't want it. You know, if I did, then if I really wanted it, I'd go for it. But I don't really want it. So anyway, so that's that. Trying to think if there's anything else I've got to mention. We've been buying some odd little things. Nothing weighty, don't worry. Little power banks, getting ready, you see, for things like that. Got a few power banks around the place now. I've got a hell of a lot of stuff listed. Not a hell of a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff listed that we need to get. Oh, excuse me. When we get the motorhome. Yeah, and I'm trying to think. There was something else I was going to mention. I can't think what it was now. But yeah, so hopefully, this Friday we'll have some good news. Hopefully, but we are definitely getting a lot of interest, and we're offering a good place. It's going to be sad to move in a way, but I can't wait either. You know, sad, but we're really looking forward to the adventure of a lifetime, and hopefully all of you out there will be following us. Oh, there's one other thing. Over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I've been working on our official website to go with what we're going to be doing, and it's coming along nicely. You're not able to see it, it's all locked down at the minute, but it's a proper web address and everything, proper website. And Janet, or Jan, Mrs. MFA, she'll be doing regular blogs on that website to give you insight as to what we're up to on a regular basis, as well, of course, our regular vlogs will be on Many Fun Adventures YouTube channel. So you'll get it from a couple of different places there. We've also got a Twitter account set up, a brand new one, and of course we've already got the Facebook page, which I'll tell you more about later on if you haven't already seen it. And of course Instagram, there'll be plenty of pictures going onto Instagram when we're travelling around. So but yeah, looking forward to it, really looking forward to it, really looking forward to meeting a few people out there, including the Urban Motorhome, which is Darren. I'm looking forward to meeting you, mate. A few chit chats with you. Happy Travellers, I've already been talking to Steve a few times through Messenger and what have you, from the Happy Travellers. It'd be nice to meet up with him and Wendy and the dog Pippin. I'm not sure about my dog, how he's going to react though, because he don't like other dogs, so that's going to be fun. And there's one or two of us out there that we'd like to meet up with, as well as our regulars out there, our magnet fishing friends. We'll be having a travel round, and yes, Matt, you'll be one of the first ones that we'll be coming to. So yes, as Matt's got us a little present, so we said we'll go and collect it. So thank you very much, Matt, really appreciate that. So yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, you will be seeing some movement soon on this channel. I'm just very sorry that you haven't seen much of me lately with the videos that I normally do, but it has been really hectic here, trying to get things sorted. Quite a lot of planning involved in all this. It's not straightforward as what you may think. It ain't even as easy as moving a normal house move. This is a bit weird, a very strange way of going about things. But it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be well worth it, believe me. So okay, so hopefully you'll hear from me again soon, and hopefully something positive. So that's it. I'm going to sign off, and I'll leave you all to it. Have a good weekend if I don't speak to you before then, and hopefully soon, as I say, have some good news. So that's it for now. Keep watching the Raven Girl, by the way, so my granddaughter, and subscribe. So good stuff coming. Anyway, see you all soon. So that's it for now. Ta-da.